guys, welcome to my class. I'm Teacher Nan. I'm glad you enrolled in my class. So today I'm going to discuss with you the multiplication from 11 to 15 using fingers. All right? This is a cool multiplication trick. This is cool, easy, and fun way to learn the upper 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times multiplication tables using fingers. Please keep on practicing the multiplication times table using your finger until you master it. Before you can use this matrix, you must know the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times tables. This will only work for everything above 11 times 11. We will start at 11 times 11 all the way up to 15 times 15. Okay? So these are the steps. First step, join fingers with the assigned numbers. Step 2, from the joined fingers and below, count its fingers as 10. Step 3, from the joined fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left and multiply it by the number of fingers on the right. Step 4, add 100 plus step 2 plus step 3. So whatever you got from step 2, that's what you're gonna add there. And from step 3. And always add 100 at the end. Have your hands with your palms facing towards you and your fingers spread out. Assign numbers to each of your fingers starting from 11 with the pinky finger ending at 15 when you reach the thumb. So from your pinky, please remember the assigned numbers 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Same with other side, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Try to close your eyes for a few seconds and try to remember all of these assigned numbers for each of your finger, okay? So you can follow along with our next example. Okay, let's try 11 times 11. So this must be your, who can guess? These are your pinky. So pinky and pinky, join finger 11 on both sides. Once joined, the joined fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. So these are your joined fingers. Each finger is counted as 10. So you have two fingers, that means you have 2 tens, which is equals to 20. We set aside 20. Next step, from the joined fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left. There you go, on the left we have 1. And multiply it by the number of fingers on the right. You see on the right we have 1. So 1 times 1 equals 1. Next step, we add 1 and 20. So 1 plus 20 equals 21. Next step, we add 21 plus 100. So that is 121. There you go. You got the answer for 11 times 11 is equals to 121 using finger trick, right? Let's try another example, 11 times 12. So join your finger 11, that is your pinky, and 12, this is your ring finger. Once joined, the joint fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. So this is your joint fingers, and below we have 1, 2, 3. You have 3 fingers. Each finger is equals to 10. That means you have 3 tens, which is equals to 30. We set aside 30. Next step, from the joint fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left side. So how many fingers on the left side? We have 1. Multiply it by the number of fingers on the right. How many fingers we have on the right? We have 1, 2. Have 2 fingers. So 1 times 2 equals 2. Okay? Any number multiplied by 1 will always be equals to the number itself. Remember that. Next step, we add 2 and 30. Who knows the answer? So 2 plus 30, if you said 32, you are right. So we got 32 plus 100 equals 132. So that's how you got 11 times 12 equals 132. Next example, 11 times 13. Join finger 11 and 13. This is your pinky, and on the other side is your middle finger. Once joined, the joint fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. This is your joint finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 fingers. That means you have 4 tens. A total of 40. We set aside 40. Next step. From the joint fingers and below, how many fingers we have on the left? We have 1. We multiply it by the number of fingers on the right. How many fingers on the right? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 fingers. So 1 times 3 equals 3. The next step, we add 3 plus 40. So 3 and 40. And that is, did you say 43? That is correct, 43. The next step, we add 100. We always add 100 at the end. So 43 plus 100 is equals to 143. So we got the answer. 11 times 13 is equals to 143. Are you getting the trick, guys? I hope you're getting it. Okay, now let's try 11 times 14. Join finger 11 and 14. It's your pinky. And this is your finger 14. From the joint fingers, let's count the finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we start counting from the joint fingers and below. So you have 5 fingers. That means you have 5 tens, and that's a total of 50. Next step, from the joint fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left. As you see, we have 1 on the left. Multiply it by the number of fingers on the right. Let's see how many fingers on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4. So 1 times 4 is equals to, who can guess? 4. Any number multiplied by 1 will always be equals to the number itself. Okay, remember that. Okay, now we have 4 and 50. What are we going to do? We add 4 plus 50, which is equals to 54. Next step, we add 54 plus 100. That's the last step. We add 100. So it is equals to 154. There you go. 11 times 14 is equals to 154. All right. Now, let's try 11 times 15. 11 times 15. 11 times 15. Join finger 11. This is your pinky. And finger 15. Your thumb. Once joined, the joined fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. So we start counting from the joined fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 fingers. That means we have 6 tens. And that's a total of 60. We set aside 60. Next step, from the joined fingers and below, we count the number of fingers on the left. Here we have 1 on the left and multiplied by the number of fingers on the right. On the right we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 fingers. So 1 times 5 is equals to 5. Next step, we add 5 plus 60 equals 65. And the last step, we add 100. So 65 plus 100 is equals to 165. All right? So that means you got the answer for 11 times 15, which is equals to 165. Okay, let's try 12 times 11. Join 12, finger 12, and finger 11, your pinky. Once joined, the joined fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. So these are your joined fingers, 1, 2, 3. You have 3 fingers. That means you have 3 tens. And that's a total of 30. We set aside 30. Next step, from the joined fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left side. See, we have 1, 2. So you have 2 on the left side multiplied by the number of fingers on the right. See, this is right. We have 1. So 2 times 1 equals 2. Next step, we add 2 and 30, which is equals to 32, right? What's the next step? Who can guess? We add 100. That's the last step. So 32 plus 100 is equals to 132. You got it right? Okay, that is 132. 12 times 11 equals 132. Let's try 12 times 12. Can you guess which finger are these? That must be your ring finger. Ring finger. So once joined, the joined fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. Let's start counting from the joined fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 fingers. That means you have 4 tens, which is equals to 40. We set aside 40. Next step, from the joined fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left. 1, 2. So you have 2 fingers on the left, and on the right, you have 2 as well. 1, 2. So that's 2. We multiply 2 times 2. Who knows the answer? 2 times 2. Did I hear 4? Yes. If you said 4, you are right. The next step, we add 4 and 40. So 4 plus 40 equals 44. Who knows what's the next step? The last step, we always add 100. So 44 plus 100 equals 144. So that's how you got 12 times 12 equals 144. Now let's try 13 times 11. Join finger 13. This is the middle finger. And on the other side, your finger 11, which is your pinky. Once joined, the joined fingers and any fingers below will become multiples of 10. So let's start. These are your joined fingers. You start counting there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 fingers. And that means you have 4 tens. And that's a total of 40. From the joined fingers and below, count the number of fingers on the left. So you have 3 on the left, 1 on the right. We multiply. 3 times 1 equals 1. Sorry, 3 times 1 equals 3. Any number multiplied by 1 will always be equals to the number itself. So 3 times 1 equals 3. What's the next step? We add 3 and 40. And that is equals to 43. Who knows what's the next step? Next step, can you guess? We add 100. That's the last step. We always add 100. So 43 plus 100 equals 143. There you go. You got 13 times 11 equals 143. Right? Alright, guys. I hope you got the finger trick. So just keep on practicing, and you can always pause the video. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.